Welcome back, welcome back, welcome back, cousins. Welcome back. And all of you that's just brand new, I just keep coming back and have not subscribed, please subscribe, like, and share, and hit that little button down at the bottom. And also the ones that subscribe, also hit that like button. Thumbs up, because that helped me grow. Thumbs up. But I'm here today. I'm going to get right back into it. 40 some years ago, my first marriage, I got a story to tell you. So just sit on down with me, and I'm going to try not to make it long. If it gets too long, it's going to be a two-parter. And I got to get out this dress. I got to get out this dress. I'm going to get right into what I'm talking about. Young, dumb, and married. And divorced on top, which I don't really talk about. Most people know I had a first marriage, but I don't even really think I talked about it to my husband, to be truthful, of what happened. And young marriages are just that. They're just young, dumb, and stupid. But we're going to get right into this story, and that is how it started. It started with me visiting the city of where he lived at. And that's how it kind of blossomed into this marriage. And I was 21 and he was 20. We both came from the same religion. We both came from strict families. And I would say our maturity age for both of us was 16. He probably was a younger 16 and I probably was a little older 16. But that's where I would put our mentality. And always remember, there is three sides to every story. His side, my side, and the truth. Because everybody's perception is different. Because some things I'm going to say, he's probably going to say, I don't remember that. Because some things I looked at letters that I had written my mom and stuff I don't even remember me even writing her. But, and it dredges up a lot because we're talking 40 some years ago. The only thing good that I can say that came out of this marriage is my son and that dress that I could still fit into 40 years later and still don't feel good. That'll be the last time I put that dress back on. That's all I can say. I wouldn't even, if I had a daughter, I wouldn't even let her use it. I say, burn it, burn it. But anyway, we were young. My mom, she tried to talk me out of the marriage, which he doesn't even know about. I don't even know if my sister and brother know about that, but she did try to talk me out of it because she's seen red flags. But when you're young and dumb, you don't see anything. And you know, coming from a strict family too, I wanted to get out, and I'm sure he wanted to get out too. So there the two young and dumbs came together in a marriage. And we had a big wedding. I would say about 400 people. And my mom even tried to talk me out the night before, but I still went on. And you know what? And I could see, when I think back, I could see the signs that night before that this wasn't going to be good. Okay, and I always say a big wedding is just a big party for everybody else. So after the wedding, we got these two people that think they're grown and everything's happy, going along, but it quickly deteriorated. Bloop. Quickly. A lot of arguments, and especially when you're young, you don't know how to really maneuver around, so you just dig, and everybody's going for the jugular vein is basically what everybody's doing. And I remember one time I got like really, really sick, and I had got a bad infection. My mom came down to help me because I almost got in the hospital. And she came down, and and even the doctor, what he had said, so let me back up. The doctor said that I had a really bad infection, and he could tell me what did he say? He know how I got it, is what he said. And I was too young and dumb to ask, well, what do you mean by that? But now I know what he meant by that. So my mom came down and we were arguing a lot. And my mom said to both of us, because she didn't tell me this, but she already knew that it was a third person involved. Because she even said, she said she already see, you know, from the argument that there was a third person involved. But I didn't know that she already knew that a woman was involved. Okay? So, and she never really told me. And that's why I say sometimes I think parents should step back and let you make your own mess since you're already in it. And that's another thing I think about is as parents of, if you have people, you know, your kids in their 20s or late teens, and they're with somebody, talk to them. But don't pressure them to get out of that relationship. Because if you do, it's just going to draw them tighter together. Even if it's bad, they're going to stay with that person for as long as they can tolerate it, because they're going to prove you wrong. That's what they're going to do. Okay? And like I say, my mom really didn't pressure me, but she didn't want me to marry. But by that time, like I said, we were married. And the baby came along. Nothing got better. It just got worse, and it got worse, and it got worse. Then it gets physical. Okay? Then, I know the first time we were arguing in the grocery store, I think he basically slapped me. I know it wasn't with a closed hand or anything. And I can remember it was a man in there, and he laughed about it. Crazy, isn't it? And then the next time it got physical, and the last time it got physical, because my mom always say, don't let anybody hit on you. And I know my husband in there listening now. So I was about 7 months pregnant. 7 months. And we were arguing about something, and he ended up hitting me. Oh my goodness, that was the last hit he ever got. First, I went to his dresser where he had all the stuff on top, and I just took my hand, knocked everything down. Then I went in the kitchen. I broke every plate there was to be broken. Then I attacked him. I ripped his shirt all off of him. And instead of me calling my mama, he called my mama. And my baby sister remembers, she'll be able to say that is correct. He brought me home. And then after that episode, do you think I left? No. But one thing I knew was once I left, I was going to leave and never go back. So when he did, because my mom lived like 3 hours away. So when he did come back to pick me up, me and the baby went back with him. And, you know, everything still continued on, the arguments, and just never stopped. Then one night, I noticed, still this young, dumb mind, still not thinking about this woman, because I'm thinking my husband is this good old religious man. He was in the garage where the washing machine was, and my husband wasn't the neatest man, my ex-husband anyway. He wasn't the neatest man. And he was in there washing his clothes in the washer. And I'm like, why are you in there washing your clothes in the washer? I forgot what his answer was or whatever. So I knew right then, okay, this is it. This is it. But I still didn't leave. And there were days that I do not even remember. I would sit there and sit there. Sometimes I think it's your mind protecting itself for something that could be really, really bad. But come to find out, my mom, because he used to sell insurance, and my mom had saw these two women. And he know exactly who I'm talking about. And he could say it's untruth, but I have a witness, even after my mom passed, so it's not untruth, that this is the same woman that he ended up marrying a little bit after we got divorced. Because, I'm going to tell you why. My baby was still small when they got married. And that was right after we got married. So he could say whatever he wanted to say, but the truth always come out. I never told my son, till this day, he will know if he looks at this video. I never, ever told him. And one time my son did, he was like, he didn't believe stuff that I was saying. And my sister said, and you didn't tell him the truth? And I'm like, no, because you're always like, what difference does it make? You know? But the truth always comes out one way or the other. Okay, so then after finding out about the woman, I still stayed a little while, and then I end up leaving. I did leave everything. I just took the clothes on me and my baby's back, and I went back home to my mom. But he thought that I was coming back, and I knew once I left that house, that was it. That's all I can say. That was it. So I don't know how long after when we left, he ended up coming to my mom's house, and he said, I'm taking you and the baby home. And I'm like, no, that I had already hired a lawyer, and I was filing for divorce, so he should be getting the paperwork soon. And I'm just so happy. I was young, but I understood, don't just stay there for the rest of your life and be unhappy. I just think if I was still with him 40-some years later, what my life would have been about. But I can say that the person that he was with did bring some balance in his life. She did bring a little complication into mine. And, but we won't talk about that part. We're just talking about me and him. And once we got divorced, it was hard because I was 3 hours away, and the judge made it where he could come and pick up the baby for an allotted time, then bring him back. But you know what? After a while, I kind of started enjoying it, though, having that free time from the baby. But it was hard, and he was sporadic with the money. That's why I'm so glad now that they take the funds out their checks, because waiting for them couple of dollars from the baby's dad, it is hard. I know firsthand what it's like, and it's never enough. And you know, and I always know that we say it's never enough, but then, you know, then they have their new family, and then that money's coming out the new family, so then it's never enough. But anyway, it was bad. Even after we got divorced, and with that one child, if I didn't have a child for him, then it would have been a lot easier to sever that tie from him. But one other thing I want to say is, when you know that marriage is not good, I don't care what age you are or what relationship, or even if you're not married, don't just stay there. You stay there all your life with unhappiness. I don't get it. I do not get it. I know I don't have to live that life, and that's a good thing, but I just wanted to share that with you. I know some young marriages make it through, but it's got to be hard because you don't have life experiences, you don't have the wisdom. But one thing I'm going to end this with is, I am so unhappy I made that trip to his town. And I didn't listen to my mom. But again, I'm so glad you listened to my story. And it takes you back. Sometimes you shouldn't dig up old history, as some people tell me. But sometimes it's good to let people know a little bit about your history. But again, I want you to come back. I am Betty J. Gathers, daughter of Jean Gray. That like button, because you're going to help me grow, and you're going to like, and you're going to share. So guess what? I will be back, My new videos are Monday, Wednesday, Friday, 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. So y'all, come on back, because I will see you again.
And strands is coming out.
Oh, my dog. You should see my dog. He got my thread all over it.